Yo, what's up, guys? It's your boy Marcelino. I just want to say thank you so much for tuning into my channel. So, as you guys know, I am preparing for a challenge, taking a prop firm challenge. So, I figured what's the best way to prepare myself for a challenge, or what's the best way to actually figure out which best prop firm is for me and day traders and scalpers as a whole, than to actually do some research. Okay, so I put in some research, I put in some time into this. I put in about like 2-3 days of research looking into all different prop firms. Damn, I can name some names. I can name traders prop, I can name traders central fund, I can name so much prop firms that I found out that didn't exist. I think Audacity, something like that. There's a bunch of prop firms out there on the market, guys. Now, just a bit of a disclaimer, this is what I think are best. This is based on my research. So there's good so basically what I'm looking at spreads, I'm looking at commissions, I'm looking at all of those. I'm gonna give you guys the lowdown right now. But I do want to say, guys, take this information with a pinch of salt and then go do some of your own research, okay? And I do want to also say, before I even get into the prop firms that I decided I'm going to be looking at as options before I actually choose which one is for me, I'm not getting a single cent from it. I don't have no affiliate link. I haven't been sent anything by anybody. So yeah, guys, this is just an objective view from me, for me. Basically, I'm just making a video for myself as a day trader slash scalper, just looking into what is, or what are best options for us. Okay, without further ado, let's actually just get into it. Okay, so what you can see on the screen now, so you can see this is what I've created. These are the three prop firms that I am looking into, guys. So I was looking, so out of looking at all of those prop firms that are out there, I have decided that these three are best options. Okay, so we have FTMO, we have Funding Talent, and we have My Forex Funds. So these three right now are, to me, are the best on the market for day traders slash or forward slash or scalpers. Okay, so looking at what, like, just we're just gonna be looking at the challenge model. So where you pay a one-time fee, you pass a verification, you have a different evaluation process where you need to do a challenge and you pass a verification, and then from there, what we will then do is get funded, and you won't have to pay again, as long as you continuously make profits and you don't hit any drawdowns, or you don't break any rules. Okay, so let's look at FTMO. What are the accounts available? So we have the 10k account, we have a 25k account, 50k account, 100k and 200k. Okay, that's for FTMO. Then looking at the accounts available for Funding Talent, this is the only thing that really limits Funding Talent, in my opinion, is the fact that for the challenge model, they only have two accounts. So they only have the 25k and then the 100k. So these are all in dollars, guys. Let me just mention this, these are all in dollars. Okay, so for My Forex Funds, we have 10k, 20k, 50k, 100k and 200k. So in this available accounts, or accounts available, I would say FTMO and My Forex Funds actually do beat Funding Talent, especially with that 200k option. Okay, so now going down to one of the most important things, which is the prices for the challenge. I think FTMO, in my opinion, they are quite overpriced, and you will see exactly what I'm talking about now. So for FTMO's 10k account, it's $188, whereas for My Forex Fund 10k account, it's $84. That is more than $100 difference for the exact same account, guys. For the exact same account. Okay, for the 25k account, so I'm gonna put this 20k, even though it's not necessarily the same, it's 5k difference, but I'm gonna put it in the same bracket. Okay, so we have FTMO coming in at a whopping $304 for the 25k account. Guys, you got to remember that for FTMO, I'm switching it from euros to dollars. Okay, so this price might differ according to, obviously, foreign exchange forex. Okay, so a whopping $304, whereas FTMO comes in close to half that price at $155 for a 25k account. That is crazy, guys. That is so crazy. That is so crazy. Then you go into my Forex Funds. They have a 20k account for $139. So now you're looking at, if you're looking at funding talent and you're looking at my Forex Funds and you're saying, what should I go for? Is a 5k worth that extra $20, worth that extra $15? Actually, I think it is. I definitely think that going in on a 25k instead of a 20k at $155. So if, in my opinion, if you are looking for a 25k account, $25,000 account to start out with, which is a very good price to start out trading with, I would say funding talent is your baby to go in on. Okay, going down to the 50k account, we can see for FTMO we have $419. For my Forex fund, we have basically $300, 299. That looks like about a $120, $119 difference, which is quite huge, guys, which is quite huge. You can buy nearly a 20k account, so you could buy 50 and 20. Let's go on to the 100k account. So for FTMO, the 100k account, guys, is $656 cheapest. That is wild. Okay, looking at funding talent, $610. And then obviously I think my Forex Funds is probably going to beat most of, or both of them, on fees, just because I think they deal with Canadian dollars. So it's obviously, it sounds a bit more in Canadian dollars, but then in dollars or in US dollars, it's a bit cheaper. Okay, and also because my Forex Funds, they're the new kid on the block compared to these two, so they do want to come in slightly underpriced to get people onto their platform, to then get people to actually start pushing out positive news. And as the positive news comes in, or positive feedback comes in, they can probably bump the prices slightly. That's my opinion. Okay, so then we're looking at the 200k account. You have $1,312 for the 200k at FTMO, and then you have 200k at my Forex Funds at $979. That's about $300 difference, which is quite a lot, guys, which is, it's a significant amount. Okay, so looking at the evaluation process for each prop firm that we have here, you can see the evaluation process is basically the same for all of them. So we have a 30-day challenge where you have 30 days, a maximum of 30 days to complete your challenge, and then the verification will then take 60 days. I do want to mention that just jumping down here to the minimum trading days right here, what you can see is that FTMO and my Forex Funds both have minimum trading days for the challenge and the verification. So that means the minimum amount of days that you can take to actually get a funded account is 20 trading days, which is 1 full month. Okay, so if you do pass the challenge in 10 days, and then you pass the verification in 10 days, you will then be able to get your funded account. However, with the minimum trading days for funding talent, you have no minimum trading days for either the challenge or the verification. I do want to mention that. So what that means is, if you catch a 10% trade on the first day that you actually take your challenge and you pass that, you email support. What they will then do is they will then grant you your verification, send you that, and then you just need to, actually it's 8%. Then what you will need to do is just pass your verification. If you pass that within the same week, you will be funded by most probably the next week. Okay, that's the best thing. So the minimum trading days right here, it's 10, no minimum trading days for funding talent, and then 10 trading days for my Forex Funds. So that's for both the challenge and the verification. However, in the evaluation process, what I do want to mention is that the new kid on the block for my Forex Funds, they added an extension. This is something very unique. I've never seen this in the prop firm space as of yet. So what that means is, they will, once, if you see you are in profit on your challenge, for instance, because most times the verification being 60 days long, you will have enough time. So in your challenge where you need to achieve 8%, right, if you see that you are in profit at about 5% and it's coming to the close of your period for 30 days, what you can then do is email support, guys. You will be emailing support and you will be telling them, look, I need an extension on my time. And what they will do, they will then look at your trading style, look at your risk profiling, and then from there they will then add either they will add anywhere in between 2 to 4 weeks, guys. That is really, really brilliant. That is something that I have never ever seen from any other prop firm. Okay, so moving on from the evaluation process, what are the evaluation targets? So for FTMO, this is the most strenuous one, or the biggest targets that you need to achieve. So for FTMO, we're looking at 10% for the challenge and 5% for the verification. This was industry standard, guys. Let me not say it is industry standard. Most prop firms are probably aiming for that 10% and 5%, but I think funding talent slightly changed it a bit when they came in with the 8% and the 4%. So they go in with a whopping 8% for the challenge and a 4% for the verification. So right now, combining these days with no minimum trading days, 8% for the challenge, 8% target profit or target, and then you have a 4% target for the verification. It's coming in at 2% lower than FTMO, and it's coming in at a 1% lower than FTMO for both challenge and verification. Okay, going down to my Forex funds, I do see that they actually adopted to the 8% of funding talent, which is kind of it's lowering, it's lower than the industry standard. Okay, it's way lower than the industry standard by 2%. But then what I can also see is that in the verification they actually took the 5% and they said, okay, we're going with 5%. So we have the evaluation process for each of them. We understand that my Forex funds actually have an extension on either the challenge or the verification. So if you see you in slightly a bit of an you completed the challenge in 30 days, but you're in a slight bit of negative in the verification after 60 days or slightly before 60 days, you can then email support to and tell them, look, I need a bit of time, just add this extension. Then they will add the extension. Okay, looking at the daily drawdowns. Okay, so for I see that for most of them it's a flat 5%. However, so for FTMO 5%, that's 5% on starting equity. Okay, same thing. However, for my Forex funds, this will be starting equity. This is balance. Okay, this is starting equity. What does that mean? That simply means that whatever you start on that specific day, your daily drawdown will be 5% of that. So if you're doing $100,000 account, for instance, and you starting on $102,000 because you made profit the previous days, what you will then do is say 102,000, multiply that by 5%, and that will be your daily drawdown. And if you hit that, you will then violate the rules. Okay, going down to the max drawdown. So what I do want to say so is that you guys need to really keep an eye on this daily drawdown, because you don't want to be breaking the rules with the daily drawdown, guys. Set yourself a max percentage that if you lose, you get out of the market. For instance, 2%, 3% per day. 2% per day is max, and you walk away. You say, okay, I'm coming back tomorrow. Remember, the market always provides new opportunities. Okay, looking at the max drawdown for these three, so we have 10% for FTMO, 10% for funding talent, and then 12% for my Forex funds. I think my Forex funds, they are really, they are innovating the prop firm space with prices, with the extension on the challenge, with max drawdown. For instance, it's 2% more than most prop firms, which is really great. Okay, let's go down to payouts. Payouts for FTMO is done monthly. Okay, so it's done once a month. I think it's 30 days or 31 days after, I think it's 30 days after your first trade that you have taken. Okay, with funding talent, you will see that it's done bi-weekly, so you get two payouts per month. Okay, with my Forex funds, you will get your first payout 1 month after your first trade, which is on the live account, and then thereafter what you will then get is bi-weekly, so the exact same. So only for the first month of being live or funded with my Forex fund will you get your payout 30 days after, and then thereafter you'll be able to take it out 2 weeks. Okay, going into, so we went through the minimum trading days already. So FTMO has 10 on challenge and verification. My Forex Fund has 10 on challenge and verification. Funding Talent has none. Okay, so we're looking at can we hold through the news and through the weekend with FTMO, even though they are the industry standard, they are set high up there, they are what people look to take off that pedestal, because they've been up there for quite a while. They still holding on to that. You cannot hold through news and through weekends. Okay, so I would say FTMO is completely for the day trader and scalper, where they want you to be trading within a day and then closing it. You can hold overnight, but you cannot hold over weekends. Okay, with Funding Talent, you can hold through the news and through the weekends. You don't have to worry about is there a news event that might be that might have me breaking rules and then lose my account. You don't have to worry about that. Same with my Forex Funds. You can trade through the news and you can trade through the weekends. Okay, that is really brilliant, because it's with FTMO, sometimes you forget to check the news, and you you really just zone out of that, and then you might find you losing your account or anything. Remember, I did say I'm doing this objectively. I'm not looking at any specific company saying this company does that and that company that. I'm looking at it objectively for myself, and then I'm trying to help everybody else, every other day trader, every other scalper that is looking into these companies. Okay, so the profit split, this is one of the biggest things that traders should look at after making your profit. How much are you actually getting? With FTMO, you're getting 70%. With Funding Talent, you're getting 80%. With my Forex Funds, they are really, guys, they are really innovating things. So what I added here is you actually get profit for your challenge. So on this site, they say you get 2% for phase one of the challenge, and then 4% for the verification. Thereafter, when you get to the live, your first month you'll get 75%, which is above FDMO but lower than Funding Talent. Your second month of trading live, you'll match Funding Talent at the 80%, and your third month and onwards, you'll then, so I think they more want you to be able to prove that you are consistent. So in the third month and onwards, you'll then start to achieve 85%, guys, profit split, which is crazy. If you were to make 10,000, you'd get shit 10,001 $8,500, guys. That is crazy. So is there any consistency rules for any of them? No, there's no consistency rules. Okay, can you use trade copiers? So for most of them, you can use trade copiers. For all three of these, you can actually use trade copiers, as long as you are copying your own trades. Okay, with Funding Talent, though, I do want to add that you're gonna have to email support to see if it is fine, if you can copy from your main account, or if you actually have to create Funding Talent as your main account, and then every other account being, as they call it in the trade copying space, the slave accounts. Okay, looking at spreads, commissions, brokers. Okay, so we know that Funding Talent have their own server. I've tested it out on demo, and they are quite good. Their spreads are really good on majors. Their spreads are really good across all of them. The commission beats most brokers. They beat IC markets, and the spread actually matches IC market, basically. So the spread matches IC market, but the commissions beats IC markets. So an IC market is one of the high, like, held high in terms of brokers. Okay, so FTMO in terms of spreads and commissions and brokers, so they have their own server, as I mentioned. They're really good. I'm waiting for Funding Talent's new server to be released. It should be released soon. I saw that they are starting to migrate some of the other models onto their server now. So I'm not too sure if, hopefully when I actually buy my my challenge, this server will then be available, and I'll be able to actually make a decision based on that, because there's no commissions. First of all, there's no commissions at all on this server, and the spreads have been looking really good on the demo that I have seen. Okay, with my Forex Funds, they use IC markets. So we know IC markets ECN account, really good spread. Commissions might be commissions might be slightly a bit high on IC markets, but you are getting really good spreads. So for a day trader, for a scalper, is really good. However, commissions is slightly higher. I do see on their site that they use FX Pig, if I'm correct in saying that. I don't know exactly how that server actually looks. I don't know the commission or anything. I will be checking it out, and I will be letting you guys know about that. Okay, looking at the trust levels, this is my trust levels from these companies. For FTMO, this is my personal view. I have 100% trust in them. I think they have proven themselves over and over again. Same with Funding Talent. They've been around quite a long time. Both of these companies been quite a long time, and they've been paying out. They've been proving themselves. With my Forex Fund, as I mentioned, it's the new kid on the block. However, I do actually trust them. I've seen their CEO on YouTube doing some interviews. I see them in Discord handling customer service and so on. So that is looking really good. Okay, the customer service for all three is really good. They listen to traders. I'm not too sure about FTMO actually listening to traders, because if they did, they would have probably at least removed the 10 minimum 10-day trading rule. I think listening in the listening to traders and upgrading the platform as a whole for traders, I think Funding Talent is probably the best in the business. Okay, looking at the max amount allowed for this challenge model, you're looking at FTMO being $400,000, Funding Talent being 300,000, and same with my Forex funds. So you can take all of these challenges, and you can take it amounting to this max amount. Okay, and then you can either merge the accounts or you can separate the accounts depending on how you do it. I added an extra bit here to this review, or this overview of these companies. The trust pilot rating, this is very important, because this is obviously people that went through the challenges. This is people that has been funded by them, that might have had problems with them, might have had a brilliant experience with them. So the trust pilot rating for FTMO is 90. The Trustpilot FTMO for Funding Talent is 92, and then a whopping coming under 60% for my Forex funds. Okay, guys. So this is my view, or my points that I look at when I want to, or when I'm about to join uh, a prop firm. And as you guys know, I'm looking to join in the first week of July. So out of these three, what is my best pick? And be aware, guys, I just want to mention this again. I'm not I don't have an affiliate link to none of these prop firms. I don't have I'm not making anything. I'm not getting a free challenge from nobody. But for me, I would have to say Funding Talent right now, just because I know that I can complete 8% within 4 to 5 trading days, and then I can go on to the next week. I don't have to wait that 10 days. They pay out, their profit split is really good. They they listen to when traders actually speak, and they want to get better as a platform, as a company. Okay, so I would have to say Funding Talent, and then I'd probably have to go for FTMO after that. But I'd if I, in all honesty, if me as a trader had to go for a challenge, I'd probably just take this lowest one on my Forex fund after I take the Funding Talent, to then see how it goes for 3 months. And then once they start paying out, and I can see that everything is good and they have proven themselves to me personally as a trader, I will then level up and maybe go for the 200k. Okay, and then go for FTMO last, just because FTMO, they have the news, and as a day trader, you don't want to be stressed about, even though you do it's within your trading plan to check the news. You don't want to be stressed about if you missed something, or if you undercalculated about news times, or a take profit gets hit within that 2 minutes, and now your account's gone. You don't want to be sitting in that predicament. Okay, however, I can say FTMO is the most trusted. Funding Talent is the second most trusted, and then of these three, my Forex Funds is the last. Okay, guys, I I do want to say thank you so much just for sticking with me until the end. I'm going to see if I can get some links to provide discounts for you guys. Hit me in the comments to tell me if there's anything else that you want me to do for you guys, want me to look at for you guys. Check out my live trading sessions in London. Check out my back testing sessions too. They are live. I do want to say that. Hit the subscribe button, hit the notification button, and I will see you guys. Peace.